right. What is happening, Moolah? Jason Shepard here, doing my favorite thing on a Saturday, which is making a cup of coffee, and then we're going to sit down and just talk about what's happening in the economy, state of the market, all these different aspects. Right? It's we're coming up to the end of a year, and we want to make 2025 our best financial year yet. So we're going to talk about that all live. But first, it's still early, and I need a coffee. I don't know about you guys, but I need a coffee as well. So let's make a coffee. Now, my wife and I, we're a little bit crazy about coffee. By the way, hey to everybody that's out there hopping on. We are live on TikTok, on YouTube, on Instagram, all live now. Making an Americano because that's the only type of coffee. My wife will tell you that she has to have her cappuccinos. I'm personally an Americano kind of guy as far as that goes. Put it in the chat. Favorite type of coffee. This will tell us, can we really be friends? Like, I want to be your friend. We need more friends. Um, but can we really be friends? Like, if you're into like these macchiatos and these fancy things with caramel on it, I don't know. Can we be friends? I'm an Americano kind of guy, and don't judge me. I add honey to it, which is how coffee should be made. Let's be honest. You're thinking you're hanging out looking for financial advice here. We're talking about coffee. Yeah. Cafe. I love Cafe Bustelo. We might even have some Cafe Bustelo floating around here. This is I don't know what this is. We like local coffee roasters. I just had Cafe Bustelo the other day though, which is pretty good. I'm making a double strength Americano right now though, so it's gonna make us Cafe Bustelo. Is Raymond from Cuba? Because that's Cuban coffee. That's good coffee. Every time we meet someone from Cuba, we tell them we love your coffee. I mean, it's the honest truth. Let this wrap up here. Let's add honey to it, and then we will. We're going to talk all things. What's happening in the economy right now? What can you be doing to set 2025 up as your best financial year yet? So that's what we're looking towards. Thanks for taking time on your busy Saturday to hang out with us here. Excited to get to know you guys. We'll share a little bit of our story. I want to hear your story too. Where are you watching from? By the way, put it in the chat. I want to know where you're watching from, and tell me how the weather is. But to make it even better, tell me how the weather is only using emojis. Like, we're young, we're cool. Let's just tell me how the weather is using emojis. If I had, so I'm in Naples, Florida, and it would be sun with a little bit of clouds, just looking outside right now. All right, Americano is almost ready. Then we're gonna sit down in my reading chair and we're gonna talk. And we're gonna have a real talk about what's happening, how we can set up for success, just some different things that are going on right now. So we'll be working through that. But tell me, where are you watching this from right now on a hopefully a beautiful Saturday? I know some of you had that kind of cold front working through. Might have delivered a little bit of cold weather and some rain. I saw some of you, if you're watching like Colorado and stuff, you guys are talking about snow this week, which seems crazy for November already. Raymond's in New York. 57 degrees, Raymond. We're going to New York next week at 57. I'm in Florida. 57 is like I need my parka and everything else. That's like real deal. So added honey to the Americano. It's just how coffee really should be, guys. You're really missing out if you're not adding honey to your Americano. Let's go sit down and let's talk. And let's start to think too. What are some questions kind of you may have about your finances, investing? You know, at Moolah, that is really the goal and really the vision. And I want to kind of share some fun analogies with you guys to kind of help you relate to what we're doing, what we're looking to really kind of accomplish here, and everything else. So thanks for joining me for coffee on a Saturday morning. Just gosh, Saturdays are like so precious to me lately. You as well, probably. Where you work so much, it's nice just to relax for a little bit. So let's kind of start this conversation. Thank you to Raymond and so many. I can't see all the names, so Magda, you can holler out names as people are kind of checking in and saying hi. Again, we're live YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all simultaneously. Thanks for the likes, the subscribes, and everything else. It really means the world to us. You know, really, the vision for Moolah is to set you guys up for success on your journey to financial freedom. And if we can just play a small part in your big success, that's really the goal of all of this. So what does this really look like? Let me give you some background because I realize maybe you watched our videos before. We haven't interacted live perhaps before, but my wife and I have been very, very blessed. We built a business and did very well with that, but it wasn't always that way. There were times where we genuinely struggled. I mean, talk about living paycheck to paycheck. We didn't have enough paychecks. Like we had more month than we had money. Who's ever been there? Show of hands. Anybody willing to be step in step in the humility corner a little bit? Who's ever had more month than they've had money? Um, we've been there. And do you know how we really got ourselves out of there? So I share with you, um, our business was aviation and teaching pilots, etc. And one of these things I've learned, you'll hear a lot of aviation analogies from me. Like flying is such a passion of mine, of my wife's, as is business and personal finance, as well as we take this knowledge into this space. Um, One of the most important things, this sounds so silly, but we had to teach it to our pilots, is you have to admit where you're really at to get where you're going. Allow me to explain. I live in Florida, Naples, Florida, to be exact. If I want to plan a flight to Hawaii, well, I know where I'm going, right? I am going to Maui, right? That's one of our favorite places. We're going to Maui. I know my destination, and that's great. And you all should know your destination. So by know your destination, I mean you should know your goal, right? What is your goal? And I see you out there. Maybe put it in the chat. What are some of your goals? You should absolutely know your goals. My goal is to get financially free. My goal, and what does freedom mean to you? My goal is to be wealthy, but not just wealthy. I want to be wealthy, healthy, stable, fruitful, blessed. I want to be all those things. We think of wealth just as money, but what good is money if I can't have health? What good is money if I can't have my family? What good is all these different things? We'll talk about all that. Just again, like, subscribe, thank you, because that's really the journey we're on all here together. But what is the goal? What is the destination? In this analogy, it's to go to Hawaii. That's just a fictitious destination, right? It's not like a dream vacation or something like that. In aviation, in my airplane, in order for a map to be effective, I have to know where I'm really at, and I have to tell the truth about it, by the way. So often, we lie to ourselves. We know the destination is I want to go to Hawaii, I want to go to California, I want to go wherever that destination is. But we often lie to ourselves about where we're starting from. In order for a map, this being your financial plan in this analogy, to be effective, I have to know where am I really at and where do I want to go. We so often know where we want to go, but we fail to admit where we're really at. And listen, where you are at today, it doesn't determine where you're going to be at next year or your future. The important part is being honest with yourself and admitting, hey, I'm here now. It's not my favorite place. I'm not totally crazy about where I'm at right now. But this is where I'm at. I've got this much debt. I rent and I wish I owned a house. I wish I lived in this city. I wish I was married. I wish. That's all fine. Set that up as the destination or some of the checkpoints along the way. I totally get it and agree. And by the way, this is interactive. If you have questions or anything like that along the way, stop me and ask them. My beautiful wife Magda is watching the different chats right now, so she can take some of those questions. But we have to admit where we really are. So we've got what 60 days left in the year. How do we use these next 60 days to start to first off build the picture of where we're at and then build up where we're going? If you haven't already signed up, by the way, I want to say it's the 14th. I could be wrong on my dates, Magda. Is it the 14th? I'm doing a live stream. You just go to moolahmastery.com. It's also links in all our descriptions on these social media bios. moolahmastery.com to get you signed up. The 14th sticks in my mind. I could be wrong on that date, but it's in 8 p.m. Eastern time. Check that out. I realized I made this great coffee. I haven't even had a sip yet, Magda. So we go off script a lot. So I hope that's okay. It's good. It's good. So it's important to admit where we're really at, to know where we're really going. And when we admit and when we know where we're genuinely at, then we can make the plan and the steps along the way to get us there. For example, and if you've watched any amount of Moolah videos, I say this a lot, so I apologize for being verbose and sometimes repetitive. But if I say it multiple times, it's because it's important. It's important to take an audit of where we're really at financially. How many of you would be humble enough to admit, like, if you looked at your recent credit card statement, and I was this way, so I can speak freely about this, you've got Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, Paramount Plus, HBO Max, and add in any other pluses that everybody adds plus at the end of their things, and that's the trendy thing to do, or was the trendy thing to do. And you have all of these things, you go, whoa. And you only have, it's so clever how they do it. There was a movie I wanted to watch on cryptocurrency. It just came out, and I wanted to watch it. My wife and I just did some traveling. Airplanes, but the only time I have free time to watch a movie, and I wanted to watch this new movie on cryptocurrency, and it was on Amazon Prime, and it said, "Well, this is available free if you sign up for a trial of HBO Max." And I said, "You know what? The problem is." I'll sign up for this trial of HBO Max to watch this one cryptocurrency movie I want. Forget that I even have the trial, and HBO Max will faithfully charge my credit card, which they grabbed from Amazon, in 7 days or 14 days. I can't remember how long the trial actually was. Boy, who's ever fell trap for something like that? Like, oh, I'm just going to sign up for this trial. Amazon's so good at it. Boy, sometimes it's a blessing what Amazon has done with this one click buy. I just ordered something last night, actually a cable for this microphone so you could hear us better. Um, Ordered that last night, laying in bed. It was here this morning. You think, whoa, this is great, this is cool. But that one click buy, who's ever got in trouble with one click buy sometimes on Amazon? I almost think if we added the pain back to it of having to enter my credit card in and everything else, it would make it. We would spend a whole lot less if it wasn't so easy sometimes. So you have to think about that. But here's what I want you to get out of this. And I don't know, you're driving, you're at the gym, you're walking the dog. If you're able to take notes, if not, just file this away. I want you to write this down. Remember this. If you do what you've always done, you're going to be at the same place next year. We will be having the same conversation next year. Let me say it again. If you keep doing what you've always done, you're going to get the same result. You're going to be at the exact same place year after year. And let me tell you something, while I don't know you that well yet, and you're getting to know me and everything else, I'd imagine if you're watching this on a Saturday morning when you could be doing anything you want, um, you're a high performer, you're a high achiever. So I want to ask you a question. What is your plan to get to where you want to go? And that's why I want to work with you to really map out, because when my wife Mags and I sat down and we admitted to where we are really at, we could then make the plan to get to where we wanted to go. And again, I'll be diving more into that. It's moolahmastery.com. It's a free webinar, by the way. No sales pitch. Today is no sales pitch. Like I am not here to sell you guys. I am here to take what my wife and I have learned from being broke and making money and keeping it, like school of hard knocks kind of stuff. The stuff you're not going to learn if you have a finance degree. Like this is the kind of stuff we want to teach you and instill in you guys. And that's what we're really after. So moolahmastery.com. There are links in all our social media bios and everything else, so you can be checking that out here as well. But you see, it starts with admitting where we're at. And that could be a real, just honest audit. Sitting down going, yeah, Jason, I've got that Hulu, Netflix, Paramount Plus, HBO Max, Disney Plus subscription, and I don't know what to do about it. Well, I want you to have fun, right? I am not the kind of curmudgeon person that says you can't do that, you can't have all those things, take it all away, sell your TV. I'm not that. We enjoy a little date night watching a movie. There's nothing wrong with that. But do you need all those subscriptions? Can you get away with just Prime? Can you get away with just Netflix? Okay, Netflix and Prime, I'll let you have that, but get rid of Hulu, Disney Plus, everything. Like, do you need all of that? Oh, but Jason, I have kids. Okay, keep Disney Plus, then get rid of something else. I'm not trying to take, I'm trying to lean us up. What do we do when we go to the gym, right? If you just go and work out and don't clean up your diet, you will get some results, and that's the problem. You will just get some results. How do we build upon that, right? The right way to really turn your life around is to get a healthy diet and hit the gym. You can just get a healthy diet and not hit the gym and still have results. I am looking to instead replace is the word. I'm not looking to take. I'm looking to replace. I'm looking to replace Disney Plus with a healthy day of reading a great book and being with your family. I'm looking to replace HBO Max with a date with your spouse. I'm looking to replace these different things with watching great content like this. We live in a world that is drowning in knowledge and starving for wisdom. And my goal, like I didn't just we are very very blessed. I didn't just set out to just spit stuff out there. Like I hope you begin like we begin this great relationship together of you see Moolah is that place of wisdom. And honestly, and I'll wrap it up here in just a bit. Um, this is simply a big mindset change. You've got to change your mindset around money. You've got to get rid of one of our most popular videos right now. Maybe you already watched it, is debunking and getting rid of these money myths. I'm not good with money. Money changes people. I need to save for a rainy day. Rich people are evil. Money is evil. Like these are all myths. And if you find yourself saying these things, even worse, believing these things, those things are going to hold you back from success. So that is that. So, what are you going to be thinking about on this beautiful Saturday? Right? What are you going to be focusing on? I hope this has caused you to just kind of have some positive thoughts as to okay, where am I really? If I'm making a map, I have to start with where I'm at and be honest with myself. Where am I really at? And where am I going to go? Where am I going to take this? That's really the goal of all this. Hey, thanks for watching this. I really, from my heart, my wife's heart, you can't see it, but she's holding our 5-month-old daughter as she's working all the cameras as well. This is really a family affair. Thanks for your likes, your follows, your subscribes right here at Moolah. Head over to moolahmastery.com as well. And sign up for that webinar totally free. It's all about breaking that paycheck to paycheck cycle and how to make 2025 your best financial year yet. That's where we're really starting with all of this. So have a blessed, abundant, outstanding rest of your Saturday, everybody. I'll see you all later. And again, moolahmastery.com. I'll see you all. Thanks. Bye.